the technologies for the venue need to be considered early on, because some of the technology becomes part of the infrastructure into a building. And if we're not thinking about that early on, what will happen is it'll be costly at the end of the project, or we may not be able to use the technology that we desire because we didn't think about it early on. So it'd be like thinking about, okay, yeah, I know we need to put an elevator somewhere in this building, we'll get to that, we'll get to that, we'll get to that. And then you start putting up the building, and then you have to scratch your head and think about, okay, where are we going to fit that in? And often it's odd, out of place, and isn't useful at all. Same thing happens with assisted listening. The other issue has been that assisted listening technology has always been put into the AV element of a project. And the problem with that is that AV is usually the last trade that's brought in on a venue. So the walls may be up, the carpet down, and some of our technology may need to be actually cored into the concrete. And again, adding cost, time, unnecessary cost and time. So thinking about early on what is the right technology for the venue allows us to have a really positive outcome. We don't need to put in everything, we just need to possibly put in the infrastructure ahead of time, and then when AV and everything else is brought in, we can button it up and finish the install.